From iPhones to iMacs, from YouTube to Facebook, teenagers love technology. It affects every aspect of their day-to-day lives. Whether in the classroom or in the car, in their homes or with their friends, they are comfortable receiving information and communicating and connecting with others through the latest technological means. This generation is used to the sharp learning curve required for today's culture. But what about the baby boomer generation? How did they use technology, and how did they keep up? Charla Harris uses technology every day in her job as the journalism and television production teacher at Pleasant Grove High School. When she started teaching 25 years ago, computers weren't part of the operation, but today, digital media and desktop publishing rule the classroom.
I use technology a lot in yearbook and producing the yearbook, and I know Photoshop and some of the programs, but I also teach TV, and I'm not really familiar with that as much, but I don't have to be because my students learn it. They come to class already being really proficient in it, and they teach each other, and I've picked up a lot of things from them. I don't ever have to learn it myself. There's a real difference in the way students learn versus how I learn. I had to gradually teach myself, or I had to let the kids teach me. Everything that I've learned over the past 25 years in the classroom, I've learned from students. They go into it just sitting down, and they're very comfortable with it, and they play with it, and they just teach themselves to do it. And with me, I'm like, okay, I need to get the book out, I need to look at it, what's the manual, and what are the rules, and every time I get really comfortable, I think, oh, I've got this under control, I know how to use everything, then they'll come in the next week and they go, you got to see what we did, or what's the new thing is, and I'm like going, oh no, something else I've got to learn, and it's the learning curve is tremendous. For me, I have to pick it up from them every time. It's very fast-paced now, the way things change and the way technology works.
Because teenagers are so technologically advanced, the over 50 generation has to find creative ways to use digital media. English teacher Ellen Campbell integrates technology such as YouTube into her day-to-day classroom routine.
I was introduced to YouTube a few years ago in a workshop explaining how it could be very helpful in the classroom. And so over the last few years I have been able to find examples of things I'm trying to show students, or enhancements, say for novels we're reading on YouTube. YouTube is a very good teaching tool. It also can be kind of fun. Sometimes other teachers send me just funny things they found on YouTube, not related to classroom instruction, but mostly I think I use it just to enhance what goes on in the classroom.
Local lawyer Frank Poff finds that he relies on his kids more than anything for instruction and knowledge on the latest technological innovations.
I've got 3 sons who are now in college, but when they were growing up being advanced in computer stuff and the internet, they were all on MySpace and Facebook, and I got both accounts to kind of keep up with my kids. I went ahead and stayed on Facebook because while I got on as a parent, I stayed on because other people of my generation had gotten on Facebook and made contact with me, and these are friends from high school from 30 or 40 years ago that I hadn't seen or heard from in a long time. The technological stuff of a computer, just like every person of my generation, it seems, we all laugh about it. We had to have the kids set the clock back on the VCRs, and then the DVDs, and we still, even to this day, we've got a flat screen, and I have to call one of my sons in there to say, hey, I want to sing karaoke, hook it up. So even to this day, we rely on our kids to do that kind of stuff, and I learned most of what I've learned about my iPhone, about the electronic equipment in our house, security system, it's all from our kids. They've taught us just about everything we know.
Baby boomer Kathy Tidwell bought an iPhone to keep up with her children. Little did she know, learning was required. Her children taught her that it was more than just fun and games.
When I first got my iPhone, my kids had to help me with it quite a bit. Jordan has helped me. She gets real frustrated with me because I don't really know how to use it. So I'm slowly learning. I got it because I thought they have one, so I need to get one, and I can keep up with the latest technology that way. But I realized once I got it that it was a little bit over my head. And Jackson gets so frustrated with me because I just discovered that you can actually get on the internet on your phone. I was so excited, but then I felt kind of silly because all I had been doing is calling people and texting and playing games, and Jackson said, Mom, you can do so much more. So it's just been an eye-opening experience realizing what all I can do on my phone.
How do baby boomers learn about the latest technology? They test it, they try it, but more importantly, they rely on today's generation to teach them.